and the masjid is full house, young guys at Fajr. Imagine what that scene is gonna be like. Wallahi, man, we'd have so much like hayba. ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله. Holding the Burning Coal production. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my beloved brothers and sisters. My name is Abdul Rahman and I'm with HTBC production, and this is episode 3 of Real Talk. And as you guys may know, in my Real Talk series, I like to discuss some of the challenges that we face as Muslims, but especially as young Muslims in the West. Alright, so for today's topic, I want to talk about one important thing. But before I do that, I must use my miswak real quick. MashaAllah. Alright guys, excuse me. Alright guys, so talking about issues that matter specifically to, the young Muslims especially, but also some of these, some of the uncles and some of the aunties and some of the elderly can also relate to this. But we're gonna keep it real, inshallah. I'm gonna keep it real, inshallah. If you feel like a stranger, every time you don't want to compromise, every time you have some pressure, but you're holding on tight to that burning coal, glad tidings to you, inshallah. فَطُوبَى لِلْغُرَبَاء, inshallah. So if you're a stranger, you're passing through by my channel, pause, man, join the family, inshallah. In this episode, I want to talk about one thing that a lot of young guys we face, a lot of young Muslim men specifically face this challenge, and it is the lack of motivation to come to the masjid. There's seriously lack of motivation. I don't mean this in a condescending way, but I went to the masjid the other day and there was only a few uncles in the masjid. Seriously? My brother's where you at? Let's keep it real, man. If there was a wedding invitation, man, everybody would show up. Everybody would show up. There's a invitation for a hangout, just have some lunch with your friends, get some boba. MashaAllah, man, everybody was showing up. But to the masjid, we can't show up. Why? It's lack of motivation. I was just talking to a brother today and I was like, man, you don't think that Allah doesn't want you to pray, or He doesn't require of you to pray, do you? He's like, no, astaghfirullah. I'm like, it's an obligation, right? He said, yeah, I know it is. But I said, come on, brother, so what is the problem? We have anything else we want to do. All the young guys, anything else you want to do. If there's a hangout, if there's a meetup, if there's a car meetup, we're going to be there on time in our favorite clothing, right there on time in our car, ready to go, ready to display what we have. But when it comes to the masjid, it's lack of motivation. Maybe you don't hear the adhan, you don't hear the muadhin be like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yeah, I know you don't hear that. You don't hear the adhan. And yeah, maybe the drive is 10-15 minutes at minimum, because all these masajid are spread out. We don't have it every block like some of the Muslim countries. But why can't we show up? SubhanAllah. And I don't blame the guys as much. Well, I do blame them, but there aren't that many programs that attract the young guys to the masjid. It's understandable because you have some masajid that have politics all the time. Uncles fighting over the chair, who gets what, who takes money and who spends it, and who gets to be the president or the secretary. It's subhanallah, a lot of uncles fight over the chair all the time, and it's kind of discouraging. You don't want to come to the masjid, but still it's the masjid. How did the Prophet ﷺ, he raised the Sahaba? The masjid was the place. They would all show up. They would not make excuses. The guys today, you can show up, no need to make a reservation. It was built for you and for your satisfaction. Millions were spent from the box of donations to bring us together in congregation. Every step to it you end up taking. One removes a sin, the other is elevating. Whoever walks to it has the glad tiding of being illuminated on the day of resurrection. So why are y'all showing to the masjid, my brothers? Put an alarm. Make some time for the salah. Make some time to come to the masjid. Imagine, I want y'all to picture this. Imagine one day, we got up for Fajr, you put the alarm, and you got up, and you went to the masjid. And the masjid is full house, young guys at Fajr. Imagine what that scene is going to be like. Wallahi, man, we'd have so much hayba. I don't know how to translate hayba. You're going to shock everyone. This image, excuse me, this image might end up on Fox News. Bunch of young guys in the masjid. Ya Allah. Inshallah, one day, man, I hope to Allah, guys can find the motivation to go to the masjid. Man, anything we want to do, anything we love to do, we're going to set some time and we're going to make sure to be there. But come on, guys, the masjid, subhanallah, why we abandon the masjid, man? Some masajid, they abandoned, I don't know, it's they're haunted now. Subhanallah. This is the house of Allah. There's a little ant on my camera. Hey, get away. Despite all the challenges in the masjid, whether there are not that many programs to attract you guys to the masjid, whether the uncles are always fighting over the chair and who gets to pick up the mic and who gets to collect the money and spend it, but still, it's the house of Allah, man. How can we be abandoning the masjid? And wallahi, very, very mind-boggling. This is what I would love to see. So if you're a brother, sisters can also go to the masjid, of course, but I believe their salah at home, or there might be more reward for that. But if you're a young guy and you're having struggles praying, make that commitment, because you know what's the first thing you're going to be asked about on the day of judgment. And if your prayers are good, everything else will be good. If your prayers are not good, everything else is not going to be good. So what's the criteria again? Being good is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defines it. Now we define it, a guy, he leaves his salah, and then he gets haram money, and then he drinks, and then he goes to a nightclub, does all these things, but then when it comes to dhabiha, he's like, la astaghfirullah, it has to be dhabiha. Come on guys, priorities. Salah, first thing, salah. If you're not doing your salahs, put an alarm, make an attempt, make the effort to pray, make the effort to set your alarm, get up, dedicate that time for salah. Tell yourself, you know what, if I want to be thankful to Allah for everything He's given me, I have to be thankful to Him in the way that He wants me to be thankful to Him. Like this one brother told me, he said, wallahi brother, he said, I feel guilty, but there were times where I would not pray, but if Allah blesses me with something, I'll pray 2 rak'ah salat shukr, but I wouldn't be praying the fara'id. Come on brother, wallahi, it's not worth it. Set your priorities, get your priorities right, inshallah, and make that dedication. I want to at least pray, maybe start with once a week. I want to pray a fajr in the masjid, I want to pray isha in the masjid, and build from there. It's not hard to do. If you want to do it, it's not going to be hard to do. Anyways, my brothers and my sisters, trying to bring you guys, inshallah, some halal entertainment on this channel. Real talks, spoken words, nasheed, maybe some vlogs. Allah knows best. If you feel like anything interests you, inshallah, on this channel, subscribe, comment anything you like to share with us, whether they're challenges, whether you have some advice for your brother, whether you have some criticisms, comment them down below, inshallah. And I look forward to hearing from you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys in future episodes, inshallah. Stay blessed, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Holding the Burning Coal production, bringing to you videos that matter. Brothers and sisters, make sure to subscribe.